Greetings, YouTube. I've had quite a few new subscribers in the last couple months. And in case any of you are unaware of this fact, I am a pagan. I wear a pentacle and an ankh. I've been one for 25 years, so for me at least, this isn't some passing phase. And coming up at the end of this month, well, it's my wedding anniversary, but it's also, for me, the most important holy day. It's the day that I celebrate Halloween, the Day of the Dead, Samhain, call it what you will. The day when I feel that the dead walk once again, where the veil between our world and the next grows thin. A day to venerate the ancestors that we have and the spirits of the world in general. It's a day that I leave out an offering of food. So I found it interesting when there was a news piece, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about some evangelical Christians that want to take back Halloween. They want to call it, yes, I'm not joking, that is an actual term above my head, Jesusween. Though wouldn't it probably properly be Jesus-een? I don't know. See, they want the evangelical Christians to give out pamphlets and Bibles. Of course, religious tracts, pamphlets, and Bibles. Now, I'm not sure if these evangelical Christians are aware, but the people that go from house to house to get candy are called trick-or-treaters. And the first part of that, trick, that's important to remember. You see, if you play the game, and in my area, you put your porch light on. If your porch light is off, trick-or-treaters don't come to your porch. If your porch light is on, they do come to your porch. If they come to your porch and they don't get a treat, by the parlance of the very definition of what they are, trick or treater, they are then allowed, or can take the advantage of, pulling a trick on you. That's how it's supposed to work. This is a symbolism of giving food to the spirits of the world. And if you don't give food to the spirits of the world, they can play tricks on you. Now, I do it as a religious practice. This is a symbolic version of it where we get to give candy to kids. Cool. I like to give candy to kids. I can't eat candy, but by gosh and by golly, I know there are people in the world who do like candy, and I don't mind giving it out. And this Halloween is going to be the first time I am ever going to be able to give candy out from the porch of my own house. So, that's cool. And I'll actually live there by then. That's even cooler. So, the whole idea of a child walking up to a porch, lights on, they think they're involved in the trick-or-treat game, which is what the light being on in my area means, puts out their little bag, and they get a Bible or a religious tract. That's a lesson well learned. That some people don't play by the rules. That some people feel that their personal worldview is more important than that of anybody else's. And I think that's an important lesson. It's going to be a bit of a disappointment for the younger kids who are just going to be wondering why didn't they get a treat. But that's life. Lesson well learned. On the other hand, this is a wonderful marketing opportunity for stores that sell Bibles and religious tracts to make coin. Christians making a whole lot of money. I'm not positive. But didn't Christ once have an opinion about people engaged in commerce? I'm not sure. I'm not a Christian scholar. But this is just another example of Christians attempting to abscond with someone else's holiday. Now remember, we've got All Saints' Day, which is November 1st. So Christians are already involved in this process. So they don't really need to do anything to the day before All Saints' Day in my book. I mean, look at, they already took the winter solstice. They've co-opted Easter. And if anybody who is a Christian scholar out there can tell me where the Christmas tree, egg, and bunny can be found in the Bible, I'd be really interested. See, those are all pagan symbols. The evergreen, the tree that is always green, being brought into the home as a symbol of eternal life on the shortest day of the year. And the bunny and the egg are fertility symbols that are so bloody old they probably have been around longer than spoken language, let alone written language. So, I'm curious how this is actually going to pan out in the real world. How many Christians are actually going to do this come October 31st? I'm excited because this October 31st, the kids are actually going to be allowed to trick-or-treat on Halloween itself at night. And that's cool. That's how I used to do it as a kid, and I'm glad. I'm looking forward to it. I may even put on some garb to look vaguely medieval for them, because it's about the only costume I'm kicking around the house, really. So, tell me, do you think that bait and switch like this is really fair to kids on Halloween? Do they celebrate Halloween in the country you live in? Do you think they should? Do you consider it a holiday that you enjoy, or is it one that you just simply ignore? I'd like to know.